Okay, so I'm not in my office, quite obviously. I'm doing some things with my family. I'm just waiting in the Walmart parking lot. But I did take notes, and here is the daily brief for today. There's 1,110 Russian casualties today. And if you break that down, there were 11 tanks off the battlefield, 9 armored combat vehicles, 43 artillery pieces, 61 vehicles and fuel tanks. If you look at Andrew Perpetua's list, it's about 3-1, which is a healthy ratio given that it's a war of attrition. Yesterday it was about 1-1, and that was not so good. Russia is saying that the villages in Belgorod are locked down. They are a sanitary zone. There's no everyone there are men in fully armored and with helmets and ready for combat. So that's great. A sanitary zone in Russia is fine. A sanitary zone in Ukraine is not. Okay, F-16s. The American administration again, double down on F-16s cannot strike deep into Russia. So you're going to have some of the same problems that you have with the artillery pieces, or not artillery, the HIMARS and ATACMS and things along those lines, not being able to strike deep into Russia as well. So Anton Gurashenko was talking about this, that he had a picture of like these grenades that were supplied to Russia, and they were rusty. They looked like bad apples, actually. It was like a really, that's what I thought they were at first until I read and looked deeper. So that they're scraping the bottom of the barrel with some of their supplies. Now, Ukraine has the same kind of problem of scraping the bottom of the barrel, but yeah, it's not really like, we think that Russia's like this strong, we've got all this stuff. In some ways they are, mostly nuclear, and in some ways conventional warfare and being able to equip their soldiers after all the corruption that's gone on for the last 30 years, not so much. Okay, other news next. Iran was preparing, it looks like, an assassination attempt on Trump. That has nothing to do with the assassination attempt just 3 days ago, but Iran was at least toying with it. Jason J. Smart was talking about the economic conditions in Russia, and he didn't cite his sources, but he's very reliable, and he was talking about eggs, 42% increase year over year, bananas 48%, tomatoes 39.5%, beets 53%, apples 33%, potatoes 25%, and an overall inflation rate of 9.2%. It's going to hurt the Russian economy. I don't know that it's enough to damage it, to bring it down or anything, but it's not going to be pleasant. 95 POWs were exchanged between Russia and Ukraine over the last 24 hours, and this just came out. I saw it, I think Anton Gurashenko posted it, that President Xi of China had a stroke. I don't have the details. I only saw it in this one source, so I'm going to track that down and follow it. But that could be game changing for the entire world. So we'll follow that. Okay, last little bit, and I'm going to be done. There's this great little article about how Russians believe, okay, we know propaganda is strong, but 10% of Russians said that they would believe in aliens if Putin said it, and another 6 on top of that, so 16% would believe in aliens if not only Putin said it, but if their state media also said it. How about that? That's the power of the bully pulpit, as they say in the United States, or of the media in Russia. All right, thank you for your time. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes, and thank you for being the kind of person that cares about Ukraine.